All right, that's how you use it backwards. You set up your formula, you plug in the numbers that you know. I've got arc, so I put that in the arc spot up here. I've got the central angle, so I put that in the central angle spot. Then I fish methoded to get that the circumference is 106.33. Then I use another formula to figure out if this is the circumference, what is the radius, and that gives me 16.92 centimeters. All right, let's do another one. You may have already understood everything from that time around, but let's breeze through this one just to make sure. So here, I've got an arc length. I've got a central angle. Let me use this formula again. Arc over circumference equals x over 360. No, that did not work. Oops. Okay. You guys get to watch me get confused with my computer here. All right, let's do it this way. Arc over circumference equals x over 360. And there we go. That's much better. Okay. And so then I say to myself, if arc over circumference equals x over 360, let me put in the numbers in spots where I know. I know that the arc is 22.5. I know that the central angle is 153. Let me put them in their spots. I've got 22.5 in the arc spot up top, and I've got 153 in the central angle spot. I don't know what the circumference is yet, so I still write C, and 360 is just plain old 360. It's very reliable. And I want to make sure to have some lines in there so that I see that I'm working with fractions. Okay. Once I've got this set up, you guys know what the next step is going to be. I'm going to say this times this divided by this gives me that. That's the fish method, right? I start opposite the C because that's the thing I'm looking for. And I do 22.5 times 360 divided by 153 equals my circumference. My circumference equals 22.5 times 360 divided by 153. That'll give me my circumference. So I get out the calculator. I say, calculator, what's 22.5 times 360 divided by 153? And the calculator tells me that it's 52.94 centimeters. So I put that in here. Now, again, if you have a question that's just asking for the circumference, don't keep going further than here. You got to always read the question closely. Sometimes it might be asking you to do less work. But here, it isn't asking for just the circumference. It's asking me for the radius here. So I got to take that circumference, say to myself, if I have the circumference of this, then what's the radius? And again, the way that I solve that is I say to myself, circumference is equal to 2 times pi times the radius. And I substitute in the numbers that I know. I know that the circumference now is 52.94. Pi is just a number, 2 is just a number. So the only unknown, the only thing that I'll need to figure out is what the radius is. 52.94 equals 2 times pi times radius. Now I'm going to do this one a little different from the last one. Because if you look back over here, I said, okay, you're trying to get r alone. So let me divide both sides by 2 first, and then I divided both sides by pi down here. But you probably figured out, well, I can divide them by 2 times pi all at once. Let's try that. I can just say to myself, if I take 52.94 and I divide both sides by 2 times pi, just let me show you what that looks like. It's like this, 2 times pi. If I divide both sides by 2 times pi at the same time, which is about 6.28, then I can do this all in one step. Right? Let me say to myself, okay, I'm going to store this in the memory. This is the way old-fashioned calculators work. I say, what's pi times 2? It's that. So then I say to myself, okay, let me do the memory divided by, I guess it's gone now, 2 times pi. And it gives me 8.43 centimeters. Okay, so that's a little way you can do it faster. Nothing wrong with doing it the slow way, but if you're in a rush, you only got 2 minutes left on the test, you can do it that way as well. Just make sure you do your algebra right. And when you do it, like you see here, I got 8.43 is an answer for the radius. You always say to yourself, if I got that answer, did I do it properly? What I mean by that is, you can think to yourself, what's the usual mistake somebody would make if they try and do this a little too quickly? Is that they would do this. Watch what I do on the calculator. This is what I'm showing you what not to do. Let's say I've got 52.94, right? And I say to myself, okay, I want to do this quickly. I want to divide this by 2 times pi. Okay, divided by, watch how I'm doing this, 2 times pi. This is going to give me the wrong answer, 83.16. Okay, that is the wrong answer. Now this is what I did wrong. I said, I'll do it again, 52.94 divided by 2 times pi. If I say it like that, it sounds like it should be right, but it's not. It's because I multiplied everything by pi rather than actually dividing everything by pi. Now, if this happens, right, the way that I can catch that something's wrong is here I'm getting that the radius is 83 centimeters. If the circumference is 52.94, then I shouldn't be getting a radius of 83. That radius is longer than the whole circumference. You look at a circle, you can see how a radius is never longer than the whole circumference of the circle, so something's gone wrong. Right? So if you see yourself doing something like that, rather than figuring out how to do it this way, again, I'd say just take it slow, divide by 2 first, then once you get that, divide both sides by pi, and just do it that way. Okay. Always make sure that the number you get here makes sense. In this case, this number definitely does not make sense. If I want to do it properly, I do 52.94 divided by, I'm opening brackets here, 2 times pi, close brackets, and that'll give me the right answer. Okay. But anyway, this is just a shortcut. I'd say if it works for you consistently and you keep getting the answers in the homework that show up at the bottom of the questions, keep with it. If it's giving you any trouble at all, then do not use it. Take your time, do it properly. Okay? All right, so we got our answer here, 8.43 centimeters. If I have, you see this arc length of 22.5, if I have this as 22.5, it makes sense that this would be 8.43. My answer does make sense for me. I'm going to circle it and move on. All right, that's how you find the radius by working backwards.